My friends, we live in a world that often leads us to ask questions about relationships, love, and the complexities of human nature. We wonder, we search, and sometimes we even find ourselves perplexed by the actions of those around us. Today, I want to share with you a simple truth, a truth that transcends the boundaries of time, culture, and human understanding. It is a truth that speaks to the very heart of what it means to be human, the desire for connection and the search for meaning. You see, we all long for something, don't we? Deep down in the quiet places of our hearts, we yearn for understanding, for companionship, for someone to see us for who we truly are. And sometimes we may even find ourselves in a position where we step back, we withdraw, we distance ourselves. And in doing so, we wonder why, oh why, does someone return to us? Why do they seek us out when we've turned away? Let me tell you something, my friends. This is not a coincidence, not a mere happenstance, but rather a reflection of something deeply embedded in our nature. It speaks to the profound truth that each of us carries within us a desire to be known, to be understood, and yes, to be loved. When we are ignored, when we are left to sit in the silence of our own thoughts, we are left with one thing: a longing that cannot be easily satisfied by fleeting distractions, by empty words, or by shallow gestures. No, my friends, this longing, this deep yearning is a thirst that can only be quenched by the presence of another who sees us, who listens to us, who values us for more than just the surface level things. When we step away, when we create distance, what we are doing is not just withdrawing our presence. We are calling forth something deeper. There is a powerful truth here. Distance often makes the heart grow fonder. I'm not talking about playing games or manipulating others. No. What I mean is this. When we remove ourselves, when we step back from the noise, it often forces those around us to pause, to reflect, and to recognize what they have lost. They begin to ask themselves questions that they may have never asked before. What was it about this person that I was so drawn to? Why does my heart feel empty when they are no longer there? This is the way of the heart, my friends. It is in our absence that others begin to understand the depth of our presence. When we are near, we often take it for granted. We go about our lives side by side with those we care about, never truly realizing the power of the connection we share. But when we are gone, when we retreat into the silence of our own space, it stirs something within them. It awakens a recognition of what they might have lost, what they may never have truly appreciated until it was no longer there. But let us not be fooled, my friends. There is also something beautiful in this process. For in their return, in their seeking us out, they are not simply coming back to a person. They are coming back to the place where their own hearts can be understood, loved, and seen for who they truly are. It is a moment of realization, a moment of clarity, when they know deep down that no one else can fulfill the space you once held. But there is a deeper lesson here, my friends. We must remember that love is not a commodity to be traded, nor is it a mere reaction to the presence or absence of another. True love is an active choice, a commitment to stand firm even when the storms of life threaten to pull us away. True love is not dependent upon someone's actions or our own desire for attention. It is a love that stands on its own, strong, unwavering, and constant. It is a love that doesn't need to manipulate, to force, or to control. No, my friends, it is a love that gives, that serves, and that builds. When someone returns, it is not because they've been manipulated into doing so. It is because in their heart of hearts they know they have been given a gift. a gift of genuine connection, a gift of love that does not seek to take, but to bless. In this, we see that relationships at their best are not about winning or losing, not about playing games or gaining control. They are about growth, understanding, and shared experiences. And when that bond is true, when it is built upon something deeper than mere physical presence, it cannot easily be broken, no matter the distance or time. My friends, let us not dwell in the pain of separation or in the confusion of wondering why things happen the way they do. Let us instead look with hope, knowing that each interaction, each moment, each encounter is a chance for us to grow, to learn, and to reflect the love that has been poured into our own hearts. For when we do, we create something far more powerful than anything we can manipulate or control. We create a bond that stands the test of time. And as we reflect upon this, we can be assured of one thing, that love, true love, always returns. It does not seek to hurt, to harm, or to manipulate. No, my friends, it seeks only to heal, to build, and to grow stronger with every passing day. And in that we find our hope, our strength, and our ultimate peace. People naturally long to be understood, valued, and loved. Distance, or absence, often highlights the significance of these desires. When someone steps back or creates distance, it often causes others to reflect on what they might have lost, leading them to appreciate the connection they once took for granted. True love is not about playing games or seeking control. It's an active, selfless choice that seeks to give and build, not take or manipulate. When someone returns after a period of absence, it's not about manipulation, but about recognizing the depth of a genuine connection, a space only the other person can fill. Love that is grounded in understanding and shared experiences is stronger than any temporary separation. It endures through challenges and continues to grow deeper over time. At the core of every human being is a profound desire to be seen, understood, and valued. It's a universal need that transcends cultures, ages, and backgrounds. We seek connection, not just for companionship, but because our very nature craves recognition. When we share our thoughts, our feelings, our hopes, and our struggles, we long for someone to listen, not just to hear the words, but to truly understand what lies beneath them. We want to know that we matter, that our existence holds meaning beyond the physical space we occupy in the world. This need for connection is not simply about being surrounded by others. It's about being known in a way that touches the soul. It's about the moments when someone looks into your eyes and sees you, all of you, your flaws, your beauty, your dreams, your fears, and still chooses to stay. It's the bond that doesn't rely on perfection, but on genuine understanding and acceptance. We may go through life surrounded by people, but still feel a quiet ache for someone who truly sees us. This desire is what pushes us to seek relationships, to form friendships, and to build communities. It drives us to reach out, to connect, to be vulnerable, but often when that connection feels distant or threatened, we find ourselves unsure of how to navigate the silence or absence. Yet even in those moments of withdrawal, that longing for connection remains quietly stirring, waiting to be met again. We all have an innate need to connect with others on a deeper level, beyond just surface interactions. This need is woven into the fabric of who we are as human beings. It's not just about companionship or physical presence, but about being truly understood and valued for the person we are at our core. In our daily lives, we often rush through relationships, sometimes forgetting how much we truly depend on the people we interact with. We may take them for granted, believing that they'll always be there. But when distance is created, whether intentional or unintentional, we are forced to confront the emptiness, that absence leaves behind. It's in that silence, in that void, that we come to realize how much that connection truly mattered to us. It's not until we're left alone with our thoughts that we begin to feel the weight of what was once present, what was once fulfilling, comforting, and constant. We begin to question, reflect, and reassess. What did we truly share with that person? What were we missing in moments they were there? Sometimes it takes stepping away for both people to understand just how deep the connection really goes. That's the power of absence. It makes us see more clearly the value of the relationships that mean the most to us. It pushes us to recognize the bonds we once took for granted and appreciate them in ways we didn't before. Love at its core is not something to be controlled or twisted to fit our own desires. True love is not about seeking to manipulate others or to make them conform to our wishes. It isn't a tool we use to gain power or influence over someone's heart or actions. Rather, love is about giving freely, without expectation of return, and allowing the other person to be who they are. In a healthy relationship, both people should feel free to grow, to change, and to express their individuality. True love is rooted in respect, trust, and mutual understanding. It seeks to build the other person up, not to use them for personal gain or validation. The moment love becomes manipulative, it loses its authenticity and begins to suffocate. It becomes about control, about holding on to someone for selfish reasons, rather than embracing them for who they truly are. Love isn't about playing games or using silence as a tactic to get someone's attention. It's not about withholding affection to make them chase after you. It's about openness, vulnerability, and the willingness to give without reservation. When love is genuine, it brings freedom, not bondage. It allows both people to flourish as individuals while also nurturing the bond between them. True love doesn't demand, it doesn't coerce, it invites, it accepts, and it strengthens without ever forcing. It simply flows naturally, in harmony with both hearts involved. Genuine connection is far more than just an interaction between two people. It's a bond that goes deeper than words, deeper than the surface level exchanges we so often have. It's about truly seeing the other person, understanding their fears, hopes, and dreams, and offering them the same in return. When we connect on this level, we create something sacred and lasting. It's a connection that doesn't depend on proximity or time. It's built on trust, respect, and mutual vulnerability. When two people share such a bond, there's a sense of understanding that transcends the momentary distance or absence. Even when life pulls us in different directions, the strength of that connection remains. It's in the small moments, the glance that says more than words, the shared silence that feels like a conversation, the knowing that the other person is there even when they're not physically present. What makes genuine connection so powerful is that it doesn't seek to control or change the other person, but to accept and love them as they are. In this kind of connection, both individuals are free to be themselves without fear of judgment or rejection. And when challenges arise, as they inevitably will, it's this deep-rooted connection that acts as a foundation. It's this understanding, this unwavering bond that allows the relationship to withstand difficulties and emerge even stronger. A genuine connection isn't fragile, it's resilient, built on something far more enduring than fleeting emotions or external circumstances. True love is not a fleeting feeling that comes and goes with the seasons. It's not something that fades when life gets hard or when distance puts a strain on the relationship. True love stands firm in the face of adversity, growing stronger with each challenge it faces. Over time, love deepens, evolving from the initial excitement of newness to a profound and unshakable bond. This kind of love does not waver when circumstances change or when life's storms threaten to tear it apart. It's a love that has been tested, weathered through trials, and has come out the other side more resilient and more enduring. Time may bring challenges, but it also brings opportunities for growth. Growth within ourselves and within the relationship. True love allows for mistakes, for learning, and for forgiveness. It recognizes that no one is perfect, but it chooses to love anyway, in spite of imperfections. This love doesn't rely on fleeting emotions or temporary attractions. It is grounded in commitment, loyalty, and the decision, and they love through all of life's ups and downs. It's the kind of love that stands when everyone else may walk away. It's steadfast, unwavering, and unyielding. As time passes, true love becomes more than just an emotional bond. It becomes a shared history, a collection of memories, and an unspoken promise that no matter what happens, the love between two people will endure. It's this kind of love that stands the test of time, never fading, never faltering.